All right. We have an image. Uh-oh. Here we go. Okay. I wasn't moving on the screen. Ooh, Twitch, like, immediately. Good, all three of them are up now.
So it doesn't show it on our Facebook.
Yeah, it's the only one. Oh, YouTube's the only one that doesn't have an eyeball next to it. Like normal. Facebook shows we're streaming.
Oh, there it is.
And we got one on YouTube. Alright. Guess I can try to talk louder than I normally do, since it seemed a little quieter.
Ah, there it is. All right.
But like normal, we're gonna wait. We'll just chit chat here for a few minutes until we get some more people in. We'll get officially started as soon as we reach 5 viewers, which typically happens pretty quick once we get started. At least the last handful have been pretty quick. Just depends. We gave kind of short notice today. That's on me. A busy afternoon. Have to get up super early tomorrow too, which sucks. But
Wow, what are you gonna do tomorrow?
meet with more distributors, or meet with another distributor down, but it's here in Evansville, so and it's like really close to the venue, so just have to meet with them and get them situated, I guess, or at least introduce myself. Still not 100% certain what all I'm going to be doing, but we'll see. Today's our official dressed up edition of Sit Your X Down. We both happen to wear purple polos today. All right, not very many viewers today. Do not want to jump on.
2.
Though it's only been 2 minutes.
I told you the earlier the better.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. I did not anticipate that it would take as long as it did this afternoon.
We're gonna be down at least one viewer because Jenna's on at the Predators game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What, she go with friends?
She took Rachel for her birthday.
Oh, nice.
Chat.
All right, we're almost there. 3 minutes in, waiting to hit our number to get officially started. Got a lot of recap stuff to talk about tonight, and a couple other things as the end of the season approaches, but we hit our 5th viewer, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We'll see you guys back here in just a second.
Warning. The following podcast episode is a couple of the same old jerk-offs talking about happenings in the axe-throwing world. It is meant to be informative, but can sometimes be downright boring. If you get bored, that's okay. You can stop watching, because someone else might find this informative. The opinions discussed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of our peers or any axe-throwing organization. We hope you enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Sit Your X Down. We appreciate you guys jumping in. I guess the intro lost everybody. We dropped down like 2 or 3 people.
Where is that?
But welcome to Sit Your X Down. This is episode 29. We're going to be talking about recapping the Pot of Gold 3, which was the first WATL National in Sierra Vista this past weekend. And we're going to also recap another tournament that happened actually before our last episode that we missed. So we want to make sure to touch on that. And of course, we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about in the chat as well. So hit us up in the chat if you're watching. Otherwise, once we're done talking about what we want to talk about, we'll end it. So.
Yeah, I want to go make some mac and cheese. So if nobody's around, like I'm trying to go.
mac and cheese. That sounds delicious. But this is our official dressed up episode. We're both still in our work clothes from the day, or at least today. But yeah. All right, so let's do. You want to do Litchfield first, since we missed that one last time?
I guess.
Yep. So Litchfield Acts, Litchfield County Acts. I think I said that right. Sorry if I did not. Had the Snowdown Throwdown a couple weeks ago, and excuse me, sorry, a couple weeks ago. We'll go over the winners, the top three at least in each discipline. We'll start with Open and Am Hatchet. Am Hatchet, first place was Dave Sawich. Second place was Daniel Middendorf. And third place was Craig Schluter. Hopefully I pronounced all those right. If I didn't, I apologize.
Nailed it.
And then Open Hatchet was first place Sean Hout. Second place Stephen Thorgerson. And did I say first place twice?
Do what?
Did I say first place twice?
I don't know.
All right, sorry, I'll do that again. First place was Sean Hout. Second place, Stephen Thorgerson. And third place was Sebastian Arnold. Big Axe, I believe, was hope he's in here. If he is, I'm sorry. If I don't get this correct, I'm sorry. Was the Big X Tim's first win?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think he's in here, but
I know that he liked the post. But Big X first place was Tim Valier. Second place was Joshua Bowell. Third place, once again, Sebastian Arnold. And then we'll go to Knife next. We'll do the individual ones first, then we'll go to duels. Knife, not getting third place this time, but getting first place, Sebastian Arnold.
Woo.
Second place was Kev Fang. And third place, Thomas Antonello.
Ooh.
Kev's been putting up. Oh, Tim says no. So Big Axe was not Tim's first win. Sorry about that, Tim.
What's Ben winning?
Kev Fang though, he's been putting out some cool videos, cool knife videos. A little dangerous, so I wouldn't try them at home. But some human target stuff. But we'll go into the duels now. We'll start with knife duels since I just did knife. I don't know who the people are because I was running late and I just got the team names. But I kind of know knife duels a little bit. First place, Can't Understand Normal Talk. That's Sebastian and Tommy.
I've heard of them.
South Shore Sabertooths. I'm not sure who those are, but congratulations.
Team that got second.
Team that got second, yep. And then third place was Bucky's Fan Club.
Team that got third.
Team that got third. And then Hatchet Duels, we had My Axe is a Lil Thor. I'm assuming that that's got Stephen Thorgerson.
Thorgerson and Sean.
Probably Sean, I guess, yep. And then Brown Rice Hibachi was second in Hatchet Duels. That's Sebastian and Joshua Babel. And then Battle Tots got third, which I believe that's Josh Horner and Alex Schweiker. So I think that's the team name that was at Sierra Vista.
Oh, what was the team name?
Battle Tots.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So congratulations to the finishers from the Snowdown Throwdown. I'm sorry we missed the tournament. Just completely too busy last week, I guess, to do our homework correctly. So.
Did you get all of the pot of gold placements?
I just have the pictures pulled up.
Oh, okay.
So we do have those.
That'll be just as easy. I just had it pulled up, and so I was gonna.
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to go through those, or you want me to fire through them, I can do that too.
It's probably going to be easier for you to look at the pictures than me to click on each bracket and
sure.
scroll them.
All right, so we'll go over the Am Hatchet first from Sierra Vista. Am Hatchet, because there's 8. 8 people got bids to the amateur championship, which we should probably talk about that a little bit too, because I think that's an interesting topic to at least have a conversation about. But let's see here. Let's start with 8th place was Jacob McQuain. 7th place was Aurelio Anselmo. Garrett Drogue. I'm sorry if I butchered that name, but good job, Garrett, for 6th place. 5th place was Louis Obermiller. I almost said Obermeyer. That's a common name around here, but Obermiller. 4th place, Aaron Rust.
Now, pro after those games.
And that's what we'll chat about.
Yeah.
3rd place, David Shikani. 2nd place was Shot Shell. That's a cool name. Shot.
Scott.
What's that?
Scott Shell.
Oh, well, Scott, I apologize. WATL misspelled your name, which is why I said Shot instead of Scott.
Yeah, it's Scott Shell. I mean, unless it's been spelled wrong on the app, and every time I've met him, I'm pretty sure it's Scott.
It definitely is. As soon as you said Scott Shell, I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely the name we talked about. And then 1st place was Aiden Valoy. So congrats to the top 8 from Amateur Hatchet at Urban Axe Yard, the Pot of Gold 3. So all 8 of those throwers are getting bids to the Amateur Championships. But most of those throwers now are above the 550 threshold.
Scott Shell is at 987.
987.
Aaron Rust is at 699, so she's a full 100 points in. Shikani was one, right, David?
Yep.
914.
Okay.
Aiden, who won, 914.
Okay. Louis Obermiller.
Obermiller, 491.
Okay.
So potential to stay. Who else? That's 1, 2, 3.
Garrett Drug.
903.
Okay. Aurelio.
Aurelio, 608, so just over.
Okay.
As long as no other games are played between now and the end of the season, going to be a pro.
Jacob McQuain was the 8th place.
And yeah, Jacob the Hound, 449.
Okay, so 2 of the top 8.
Yeah, 2 out of 8 are going to stay amateur if the season ended today.
Which it's got 10 more days left.
Yeah, so 6 of the amateur bids that have been given out will immediately be.
Will they though? Will they, I mean?
Yeah.
They'll just revoke them.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a comment thread somewhere where somebody was asking about when it was going to be posted. Sarah commented in it, and I think that those bids get moved to CP bids, maybe, for the amateur championship. They don't trickle down.
Oh gosh, that's so silly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just kind of.
I hope they make the decision to not utilize that. Like, it's being used as a beta for everything else. Why do it for this? Like, keep it as a beta, because I mean, it's just silly. Like, they made the target so much easier.
Yeah.
It's insane. Which we talked about it. We talked about it on previous podcasts before. We talked about this at Tribal last September. That, like, if you calculated, I think we talked about, like, Amanda. If you calculated her 2023 like rolling average, she would have been in like the 900s. And that's where 6 of the 8 amateur hatchet throwers are right now. It's just insane. I agree with what you just commented there as well. There's not going to be any amateurs left.
Yeah, at least those that travel.
Sure.
I mean, so like, see, the 3rd national and the 4th national are going to be like the local local amateurs.
What's the
There's
third is Ironside and the fourth is Texas?
Yeah.
Midlothian.
So I mean, at that point, those amateurs will have thrown 2 or 3 seasons. Most of them will have enough games played to reach the pro level of rating, and then they'll be out. Or
Oh, I mean, so the 6 who are in there, I think 4 of those 6 were in the 900s, and they started sub 550, which means in theory, if they have an identical season next season, they're going to be stuck in the 1200 stuck.
well,
In theory,
it's really hard to keep it.
Sure.
One game, it takes another like 10 to get back, but I don't know that they'll get to 1200. It'll depend on who's in their league, but they definitely can keep the 900. The other thing is I haven't confirmed this, but what I have been told is that there's a floor, and so once you're a pro, you're always a pro. There's no way that you're gonna get like 620 one season and then drop down to below 550. And the only way to become an amateur again would be to request to become an amateur.
Yeah.
Which, if it goes the same way as requesting to become a pro, they just won't allow it.
Right. So it'll be interesting to see. I guess, like I said, we have got 10 more days till the end of the season. My guess is it'd be like another week after that before they may be making any decisions. Because it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I think a lot more people are going to change. If people had the week zeros, or even started another week after that and still did a week 0, there's still leagues going on and marathon leagues. So
yeah, I mean, my league just had week 8 last night, which does affect your rating. So
absolutely, it's the only way my rating actually seemed to
work. The other possibility that I foresee is that at the end of the season they're going to say, "Hey, we decided that the new level is going to be like the new cutoff for pro is going to be, 900," just as an example. Well, that will really suck for people that thought they were going to be pro and wanted to be pro.
Yep.
And were like, "Oh, I'm happy with where I'm at right now. I played the game to try to get above 600. I didn't take risks. I didn't, do an extra league, etc." But but then the same thing could happen to people that were like, "Oh, I'm a pro. As long as I stay above 600, I'll still, be here, blah, blah, blah." And then now they get pushed to amateur.
Yep.
So I don't know what they're going to do, but yeah, there are a lot of pros at exactly 550 because that's the floor, Marguerite. Like, there's no way to drop lower than that. That 550 is, you have lost enough games that you are just stuck at the floor of 550.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple people in my league here, in my venue, that have never traveled to a tournament who are going to be forced into pro. And like, I don't know that they want to be. I mean, I guess it does matter for league, yeah, because we all have our rule sets. So.
Yeah, but I would, I don't know. I think the old rating system was working fine.
Yeah.
And then I think there is a way to utilize something similar to what they're, using currently, but only for tournaments. And then I think you could, do both. I think that you could combine them
You're
somehow.
saying that you think there's a way to use it. Do you have a thought on that, or do you not? You haven't thought.
I haven't thought through like how you would combine them to do the seating, but I mean, I think the concept of wins and losses being important during a tournament
Sure.
is totally plausible and makes perfect sense. But I think wins and losses during league is stupid.
Agreed.
It doesn't make any sense because you can't compare one league to another. It just doesn't make sense.
I think it really affects the vibe of your league as well.
Yeah.
Because like if you have people that are really focused on the competitive side, which a lot of leagues are going to have probably very few people focused on that, but it could make it less fun for everybody else. And
Yeah.
it's not gonna like make people want to continue to do it if you have a couple people who are just so serious about it that it makes it unfun. So.
It didn't affect me too much, but last year during the tournament, I would have tried for 2 64s, but instead I was only up by 2 in both of them, I think.
Sure.
So I just stayed down and let the other person make the decision to go for kill or not. And
at
since we
least
were doing
3 chances to do that too in the tournament, but
yeah,
2 of those you threw perfect 60s with bullseyes in a row.
yeah, if we would have but like since we were doing best of 3, I would have taken a chance on throwing one just for fun. But because a loss would have hurt my rating,
Sure.
I was like, I've been staying down in this situation, so I'm just going to stay down.
And like you said, if you drop out of that 1200 block, then now you've got to win roughly, what did it take you, 10 more games to get back to?
I think it was somewhere around there. I didn't really keep track, but
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
this weekend was interesting.
Where are you going? Where are you going with what you're saying?
Rating wise for the current world champion.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he started at. I took a screenshot of it.
Richie hasn't had any leagues.
Yeah, he hasn't thrown any leagues. Let's see. These are pictures there. It was Saturday.
Current Hatchet world champion Garrett Knighting.
Yeah, Garrett Knighting. He started with a 603. He was barely a pro, guys. Barely. 3 points kept him out of being an amateur. He almost had to ask to be a pro.
Could you imagine if he was not at that and he had to ask, and they probably would have just said no because they were saying no to everybody else?
He's probably only. I mean, he was probably a few days away from that happening.
Yeah.
Because of the decay.
That would have been wild.
Yeah. So, because you could technically play a match on, even if you play a marathon at the beginning of a season, you start to lose points before the start of the next season.
Dumb.
Yeah. But yeah, he was at 603. I think he ended up getting like 250 something points. I think he ended up like 853, almost 900 or something. But it was just interesting to try to keep track of where his was. And he did end up having obviously 2 losses because he didn't win, but he still went up that much. So I think if he had, I think he could have gotten over 1,000.
Yeah, agreed. All right, so that was Am Hatchet, and then a long discussion about the rating. And we'll go into the others. I'm trying to decide how I want to do them because I wanted to do something with it. But we'll start with Open since I just did Amateur Hatchet. 4th place was Neil Rust.
Hey, the Rusts coming in strong, 4-4-4.
That's right. 3rd place was Garrett Knighting. 2nd place, farthest traveled, I believe, because I think he'd be farther away than Mike. Farthest traveled to Sierra Vista, Josh Horner, all the way from New Hampshire. And then 1st place was Lucas.
Ooh.
Big Axe, Neil Rust again in 4th place.
Nice.
Tyler Flynn in 3rd place. Leo Berneda came in 2nd.
He told you were going to have to say his name.
Yeah, I did. I said his name.
I was going to make you do Big X no matter what.
And then first place was Lucas. $3 for an ear-to-ear snile. I assume that's smile. Learn how to spell that. For 7 seconds.
That was probably over 10.
Not quite. The second, it was probably about 5 or 6.
Nah, it was definitely over 7.
Did I say first place Lucas?
You did.
First place Lucas for Big X. All right, so we'll go to duels now. Fourth place was Garrett and myself. Third place, Mr. Mike Morton and Brandon Johnson. Second place, Zach Van and Jose Urbano. First place, Tyler Flynn and Lucas.
Hey. That was actually the worst discipline I threw all weekend.
Sure. We will also talk more about duels, though, here in a bit, because there's some very interesting things. But we'll go on to knife. Standard knife. Tyler Flynn got 4th place.
Good Tyler.
Neil Rust, 3rd place. Neil's in a lot of these top 4s. Second place, Mr. Mike Morton, who threw awesome in knife. And then first place was Lucas. Knife duels. 4th place went to Neil Rust and Tom Nelson. 3rd place, Brandon Johnson and Zach Van. Excuse me. 2nd place, also a team that threw very, very well. In knife duels, Bruce Netto and Matthew Ogle. And then first place was Tyler and Lucas. So if you are one of the 15 or so people watching, and you heard all of those, you heard one name in every single one of those in first place. And I believe that that is the first time at any major tournament that someone swept every discipline. I mean, obviously, it wasn't Am Hatchet, but every discipline he could enter, and that was Lucas. So, really cool accomplishment. I mean, couldn't have thrown better, obviously. So, really awesome to see that, and especially to watch you throw in Hatchet. I mean, watching the one game where you threw 360s. I mean, you were hitting until you threw like that first 5 in the 3rd game. I mean, every single throw was dead center. Like it was pretty stupid. But that was the game 2 and game 3 that I noticed you started like kicking your leg out, like shaking your leg. You said you were feeling like some pain or numbness. But you're that first game of that particular set, you lost throwing a perfect 60 in overtime because of the change of the kill shot going from 6 points to 7. Otherwise, you would not have gone to overtime, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, I almost, if he had hit an 8 on throw 9, I would have gone up on throw 10.
Right.
But because he hit a 7, I didn't even consider it, honestly.
Sure.
But then the second that it went to overtime, I knew I was going to lose that game.
Yeah, I mean, you were so dialed in on your bullseyes.
Yeah, like I hadn't even thrown a kill shot in like over an hour.
Yeah. And
I was like, I don't know. I'll just lose this one and then just throw a bunch of bullseyes again the next game and hope for the best. So, it
was really, really cool to watch. Like I said, watch that, and then the duels thing that I wanted to talk about. I need to get into the app here real quick.
So, are you going to talk about my 1 or my 4?
Neither, but just so you guys are aware, it shows a 1 because he threw a 1. He did not throw out a kill shot and get a 1. He threw a real 1. That was awesome.
Number 1, baby.
But what I really want to talk about is how well Lucas and Tyler threw duels. I don't think that there's a chance that anybody ultimately would have beaten you guys in duels. The statistics, if you look at them, will show why I say that. So let's see, your second place and third place teams combined threw 97 bullseyes. Lucas and Tyler threw 103 by themselves. They did throw a couple more games.
Yeah.
But, still crazy. If you add second, third, and fourth together, total bullseyes are like 20 more bullseyes than what Tyler and Lucas threw. So, insane statistic, in my opinion. There were a lot of teams that threw really well on kill shots.
Yeah.
You guys missed 3. Garrett and I missed 3. Tom and Neil missed 2. But yeah, you guys just destroyed your bullseye percentage alone was 20% higher than the next team, which is awesome.
That means Neil only missed 2 kills because he doesn't let Buddha even throw for any. He's mean.
I will say, you're the only one that threw a 1.
That's right. Yeah, I got stuck in my hand, and I'm glad that it at least was a 1, but it was throw 1 of game 1 against Zach and Josh. So yeah, it was.
Oh, so that was your very first throw of the tournament?
Not of the tournament. No. We lost to them in like our third game, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Third match, rather. And yeah, we lost the game where I threw a 1. Then we actually threw a perfect 60 the next game.
Wow.
All bulls. And then I was like, we're going to be fine. Game 3, first throw, gets stuck in my hand again. This time it was only a 4.
Did you?
Yeah. It was the very first throw of that one. I threw a 4. I think we had like 2, maybe 3. Or we had a couple of safety 4s.
You had a lot of 4s.
Yeah, we had 4s because we would be up by enough on throw 5.
You threw the least amount of 4s, though, by 2.
And we were throwing most of them on purpose.
Yeah, you threw the least amount of 4s, though.
But yeah, we would be up by like enough where on throw 5 we could afford to throw a 9.
Yeah.
So I would just throw a 4 and Tyler would just throw it to center.
Yeah, so it was, overall, Urban Axe Yard, Sierra Vista, great venue. Carrie put so much thought and really, really wanted the tournament experience to be great for everybody. So definitely in the future, if Urban Axe Yard is running any tournaments, would definitely be worth going to. Really cool area. Good food. We went to the same restaurant twice. I got Tim and I both got a little wet the last time we went.
Yeah,
but only because somebody dumped a tray full of waters all over us, not because we had any kind of fun. But we definitely encourage going to Urban Axe Yard in the future, and I hope they do more tournaments. Let's see here. I feel like there was one more thing I was going to say, but I thought it was really cool how they utilized their sponsor. Like that aloe fiber was there all day, pretty much every day, except for one. I think it was it the pro hatchet day or the open hatchet they had left for that one.
Yeah, I think so. One of them, whichever one doesn't have it in the background. So I think it is open hatchet. But yeah, they were there. It was a very well ran tournament. The hotel was very close, which was nice. And yeah, I mean, we went and hung out and played a lot of shuffleboard and pool at another place, which was fun. He did a couple of other little activities after the tournament on Saturday, which we didn't stay and do because we were all looking forward to going to dinner, but I know some people did. So
very, very hungry. Very hungry.
I think that was cool. So yeah, shout out to Carrie and the Urban X team. They knocked it out of the park. Had some goodie bags. They had some T-shirts for sale as well. If you purchase one, you got that right at the beginning. And then yeah, everything kind of went pretty smooth as far as brackets and everything. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah, so excited for the next thing, I guess, which is the next major tournament would be Worlds.
Yep.
Let's see here. I'm trying to segue into what did we say we were going to say? We were going to talk about.
What the?
Oh, yeah. I know what I'm gonna. Now I know what it was. Okay, so after the first tournament of the year, the regional in Augusta, there was a change to hatchet seating. Right, that's when the change happened.
I don't know if it might have even happened before then.
I don't think it followed it though.
I have no idea, but either way, the hatchet is supposed to be seeded off of 2023.
Right, instead of being seeded off of 2024, which is what Augusta was seeded off of, because the target is different, and we're throwing in the same size bullseye essentially on everything. However, we noticed that Duels is not using that seeding, so they're using 2024 for the Duels seeding. I hope that changes.
Yeah, well, my original understanding, which I think might be incorrect now, was that as soon as there was a season, so after season 1 ends in 10 days, that everything would start to use 2025 stats, because that obviously is going to be more accurate than 2023 is more accurate than 2024. Yep. And 2025 would be more accurate than 2023. And then anybody that doesn't throw a 2025 season, obviously you could use their 2023 stats, which I think would be totally fair.
Yeah, I think I just assumed that when they changed Hatchet that it also would have followed for Hatchet Duels, just because it makes more sense. But
yeah, I mean, it uses the same implement, so I'm not really sure why.
It's actually literally the same as 2020.
Yeah, I mean, you're throwing at the center.
Yeah.
So I definitely would have thought that was...
Because, so if you utilized 2024 seeding for Duels, and you take, let's use Lucas and Tyler as an example. Your guys' average for seeding for Duels would have been like a 47 or something like that.
Yeah.
And you guys averaged that day a 55, which is almost spot on, like what it would be for using the 2023, because I think it's essentially like your 2023 averages minus some points.
Yeah.
And so it almost would have been exactly 55. So just it's odd that particular seating didn't change. So hopefully they make a decision to change it. I hope they do, because it just makes sense, and I think it potentially leads to a lot of issues when it comes to how the brackets are constructed, and potentially hurting teams that are misseeded from potentially going far enough in the tournament to potentially make it worth going to the tournament.
Right. I think hopefully they decide to do 2025.
Yeah, that I think that makes perfect sense too. Like, utilize the 2025 averages,
but
still will be different from 2023.
But for Aaron was talking about cupcakes, we had a cupcake eating challenge. This is Mike eating 3 of them.
Yeah, as soon as she said that, I was like, shoot, I forgot to change the opening sequence.
And
Do you have
Neil ate 4.
Do you have you? Hang on, I've actually got it.
I don't have the video of mine.
Let's see here if I can pause it in the right spot here. To get Neil. Oh, pause. Dang it. Screwed up. There it is. Perfect. And there is... there's too much light.
Yeah.
Dang it.
It's going to be hard to see.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Okay. So for the next tournament, I will create these small clips and we will play all of them because Neil, like you said, Neil got 4.
Neil had a 4 kind of a weekend. He 4 cupcakes, 4th and hatchet, 4th and duel, or 4th and knife duels, maybe, I don't know, but some 4s.
There's Lucas stuffing 5 of them in his
5, that's right.
Yeah, I've got it all here, so we can definitely do that. Clip those videos because that is fun to watch. Yeah, which you got 5 and you swept all 5 disciplines.
That's all the cupcakes there were. Yeah, I had 1 for each discipline. Yeah.
That's right. There we go. You also had 1 bottle of Jameson for each discipline too.
I did get a bottle of
full set of glasses.
Yeah, 8 glasses. Yep.
Did any of them break?
No, they all survived.
Nice.
Yeah, all of the cups and glasses survived, and the bottle of Jameson survived. So I do have a bottle of Jameson in there somewhere.
Nice. All right, so now we're at the point where we'd like to take some questions from you guys. What do you guys want to talk about?
There's not a lot of you, only 12. So not all at once.
Who's watching on Twitch?
Nobody.
No, there's definitely one.
A bot. It's a bot. Yeah. Oh, would you
I'm gonna guess either Goose and Sasha or CJ. So I know he's CJ from Iron Axe Society, because I know that he said that he likes to be on Twitch. At least he did at the AmChamps, he said.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't think I have a Twitch account.
I used to, like over COVID, I set up one and we did like throwing and stupid shit like in the venue.
Yeah. I was thinking about if I had another phone, I was thinking about going live doing aim games.
Yeah.
I'd have to use my other phone to actually record it because they wouldn't accept a long entry. Yeah, he's so mad that I won't pay. But all right,
so we're gonna do. So when we were in Sierra Vista, here we go. All right. Oh, Scott, I'm really glad you said that. So
Lisa
Sam. Oh, Lisa said that. Sorry. Sam threw awesome.
Yeah, he was crushing.
Yeah, he threw so good. I mean, Big Axe for sure. That's where I definitely saw the most games. Sam threw great. Chatting because they have League tonight. Well, League is.
Ooh, League is stupid.
Dang it! I had something I was going to say. Okay, yeah. So what we did. So Lucas swept, and we went out to dinner again that night, and we went around the table, and everybody said something nice about Lucas. So there's
I don't know why.
15. There's 15 people in here. We want each of the 15 people watching to post a comment
No.
Something about Lucas or an experience with Lucas.
Or don't. Yeah. But Sam was throwing great, and I saw that he won league last night, I
Yeah.
think. So that's awesome. Congrats to him.
Yeah, he threw. He did throw very well.
Yeah, he was crushing it. He did great listening to Tyler's advice too when he was down or up one. I can't remember what it was, but with the 1 point difference on throw six, he stayed down. He listened well. He almost won that game too. So that's right, Aaron. Number one, mini cupcake shover. Jason, shut up. Yeah, I do need to practice a little bit more, Aaron, but I think I might be able to get six.
Yeah. So how many people are going to be throwing like a 2024 marathon or what? Because there's, I guess we're like exactly a month out, right? No,
Just about, yeah.
It's I guess a month out from the finals.
Yeah.
Of Worlds. So we're a month out. What's everybody doing to practice? Or are you practicing at all? Mini cupcakes.
I have a 15-foot axe somewhere.
I have not thrown mine since Am Champs.
Yeah. I don't know where mine is, but.
Are you doing 2024 marathons or 2025 marathons?
Or 2026 marathons.
That's right. What's 2026? This year's target with 15 feet?
Yeah, you just go for it. You just make up the rules. Who cares? Yeah. I mean,
I will say the one thing that was nice about setting that projector up last night is I can just use that for practice. I don't have to draw the target.
Yeah.
Really handy.
Yeah, projector makes it nice and easy to switch targets quickly. I haven't done it yet. When I was originally considering that, like, both were available, I was gonna draw.
Why don't you just hang a projector from your ceiling where your target is? At home.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So cold outside, I wouldn't even go out there to throw.
It's cold there too. Yeah.
I needed to get warm again because I got a knife from somebody so I can throw aim games, and then.
Oh, what'd you get?
It's just another Blackhawk, but it actually has a tip on it.
Oh, like a stock one.
Yeah, but it's like thin. Whereas mine are thin, but they are rounded, or the tip's broken off, so I can't use them. So.
Yeah, there was so there was. I know I at least had one conversation. I think it was with Neil about the Lobos.
Yep.
And so those things are like 13 and a half on the dot.
Right.
Which actually Neil said he thinks that they're actually slightly smaller than that. So in theory, if you profile them, thin them out, it's a good chance you're going to lose some length.
Yep.
And if you immediately like smoke the tip on a knife, like I assume that they're still half inch.
Yeah, I think so.
So you can go down to 13. But like you can't go any lower than that. Like that one, it's a lot of money to spend on a set of knives to potentially not be able to use it anymore after potentially one throw if you get them profiled.
I mean, most likely break off the whole half inch, but yeah, I think they just wouldn't be great for long term if you thinned them out, and I think they wouldn't be great if you didn't thin them out. So.
Oh yeah, 100% if you don't thin them. I mean, the back side of them are like the back and top side of them are super thick.
All right, quick recap for Tyler. Some people won in Litchfield, and then some people, including you, won in Arizona.
Yep.
And I ate a bunch of cupcakes.
Yep.
And we threw a bunch of bullseyes in duels.
And everybody watching said one nice thing about Lucas, like we did in Arizona. So you have to say one nice thing now, Tyler.
And by everyone, Aaron said I ate a bunch of cupcakes.
Yeah. So what else do you guys want to talk
You're
about?
all caught up.
Do you want to talk about saving the date for an event coming up in May?
I don't know if Tyler's ready to.
Well,
I mean, I can save the date.
saving the date. Yeah.
Yeah, the date is fine.
Is registration open for that,
I don't think so.
Tyler?
He said he was here. Now I don't.
Registration is hell yeah open.
No, I think that was the recap. I think that was the. Where did he send that?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But save the date May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th
Yep. May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
for their
Early on the 2nd, I believe. So you might want to save the 1st as well.
May 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th.
Well, you don't really need the 1st. If you live really close, you can just do 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. But I'll probably need the 1st.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Their Ohio's registration is open.
Who knows? Marguerite might know.
I'm so confused now. I do feel like I remember seeing like a sign up thing, but
I don't know. I feel like
that could have been from like last summer though.
All right. Well, if somebody doesn't have something good to talk about, I'll give you like 2 minutes. I'm going to make mac and cheese because I'm hungry.
Mac and cheese. What kind of mac and cheese?
The good kind, blue box.
Blue box. So I wish that you could buy extra packets of
Beard and braid competition? I'm not sure that I know what that competition would consist of. But maybe.
Best beard and best braids?
I guess. Or is it best braided
Somebody
beard?
sent me a picture. I had the beard guys at the Ocho that said I had best beard.
Ooh.
Found me in the crowd.
Yeah, the National at Axe Trap, that registration is open.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that is definitely open.
Yep. I did see that. But it's going to be a minute before I register for that one because I got a tournament in Detroit in a week, and I'm not signed up for it yet. Ooh, you think I should go with hot dogs in there?
So Detroit is at the Axe Parlor.
Yes. Hoping to get my haircut there too.
What's that?
Hoping to get my haircut there too.
Yeah.
I assume they probably have a chair.
Yeah, I was just thinking like that'd be cool if they have like vintage parlor chairs.
All the chairs, well, just about all of the chairs at the place I go are like old, like vintage ones.
Yeah. Yeah, one of my best men at my wedding, his dad was a barber, and he had his like original chair restored, and it's really cool. Stofers.
That's not even in the list.
I will say I do like.
I've never had it, so I guess I'm not gonna like say it's not good. I'm just saying I haven't.
I do like the like Cracker Barrel boxed mac and cheese. They have like a white cheddar one that's really good. Cheesy brats. Oh yeah, I could go with some like diced up cheesy brats inside some mac and cheese.
All I do is blue box.
Blue box.
The only other thing I'll do is Easy Mac, which is still technically blue box. It's just blue plastic.
In a cup.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Costco mac and cheese. Oh my gosh, you guys are talking crazy. I don't know what any of these are. I'm gonna try some Costco though. Where's it at? Is it like one of those things that's in the back that's already made? You just put it in like the oven or something? That's my guess. It's like a
That could be good. My guess was going to be that it was like a Costco boxed mac and cheese that was made by Kraft, just put in a different box.
maybe. That might be it too.
Because a lot of their products
Kraft will make you smile. I felt like there was one more thing that we should talk about, but I don't remember what it was. Yes, in the back, a made and put in oven. It's so good. All right, well, they're already closed tonight, so I can't go get one, but Sam's has one too. All right, I'll get both. I have Sam's membership and a Costco membership, so I'll get both of them and do a taste test.
I think I have a tray of GFS mac and cheese in my freezer back in our kitchen area. I bought it for like our Super Bowl party and never ended up using it.
Bring it on Sunday.
Do they have a way to cook it?
No. I got a way to cook it in my house.
I also feel like now that you said there was something else we were going to talk about, I feel like there was something else.
Probably not. Kyle could bring that. We'll go to Sam's Club and Costco after the knife marathon, dual knife marathon, and we'll just cook it at my house.
Do a full taste test?
Yeah. We'll go live, do a full taste test of all three mac and cheeses. It'll be a short podcast, short episode, Sunday. A little bit after lunchtime. It'll take us a little while to get all the stuff.
Barbecue grill? I'm confused what you mean by that, Nick.
I don't know. Maybe he's saying that you could bring a grill and we could cook it on that. I don't know. But
I was actually hoping when I bought the GFS tray though that it was like the perfect size to go in our like Ninja air fryer.
Yeah.
Just slide it right in and cook it in that.
But no.
But I actually didn't try.
Maybe.
Need to try.
All right. Well, I'm going to go make some mac and cheese. I'm going to sign off.
All right. No other good topics?
Nothing good, but we did get good content suggestions for for Sunday.
All right. Going once. Going twice. We'll see you guys next time.
Adios.